Chelsea have got the greatest manager in the world. Hello friends, what's going on? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, and I do hope you lot are all doing well today, dear friends. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series, of course, every single goddamn runny day here on Football Therapy. Did I say series? Anyway, we do it every day here on Football Therapy. 3 things I want to dip into today. Thomas Tuchel winning Germany's Manager of the Year award. Pretty darn good, very good, considering he was only 6 months really into his respective job at Chelsea. Inter's clinical stance on Romelu Lukaku's potential departure this summer. And Mason Mount's Leon Goretzka Bayern Munich diet seen him transform into a bit of a beast. Lots to get into today, dear friends. Do consider subscribing to this channel, Football Therapy, if you haven't subscribed already. We're nearing 129,000 subscribers, so it is very much the road to 130,000 subs. If you, friend, are watching and you do watch, but you're not subscribed, please make the difference. Hit the subscribe button and the bell notifications icon. And if you want to further lavish me in your love, drop a like on the video, please. Alright then, I think that's a good place to get into the video. Let's start by talking about Thomas Tuchel. That's right, Chelsea's German coach has already made history with the Blues after winning their 2nd European Cup after only 6 months in the job, also taking Chelsea to an FA Cup final, although probably not as impressive. What is impressive though is how he transformed how Chelsea play into a defensively resolute side that barely gives up any chances at all. And of course, although perhaps not always exciting, this is how you win. We know this, we've seen this with the great teams. Thomas Tuchel has built something special at Chelsea, and he continues to build something special at Chelsea. And he has been recognised with an award. I'm going to be jumping into a Sports Illustrated article talking about Thomas Tuchel's latest achievement while managing Chelsea. Let's take a dip in and have a little read. What Thomas Tuchel said after winning the 2021 Germany Manager of the Year award. Thomas Tuchel has admitted winning the Germany Manager of the Year award is a great honour, but dedicated it to his whole team. The Chelsea boss beat the likes of Hansi Flick, Bayern Munich, and Edin Terzic, Borussia Dortmund, to the award after receiving 129 votes. Tuchel's achievement of winning the Champions League with Chelsea after just 4 months has been recognised, and he has accepted the award despite it making him feel, quote, uncomfortable, claiming it was a, quote, personal award. Our ever so humble Thomas Tuchel, always saying the right thing in the media. And I'm not being sarcastic, it's true. He speaks very, very well. In fact, ever since he's come to Chelsea, I'm wondering how this man is notorious for falling out with clubs in both Dortmund and Paris Saint-Germain. It makes me feel like, how can anyone argue with this guy? How can anyone fall out with this guy? You know? How did Thomas Tuchel react to winning the award? Speaking to Kicker, the Chelsea boss said, "I accept the award very gratefully as a great honour for the entire team because I see myself as a team player. Therefore, the personal award is a bit uncomfortable for me." Just a team player. One of the boys. Not more important. Who else said what? Well, Jupp Heynckes had this to say, quote, "I have held Thomas in high esteem for many years. He is passionate about football. Only with his dedication has he been able to be so successful." A bunch of other coaches, including Jurgen Klopp, had positive things to say about Thomas Tuchel and his award-winning half season. Look, the truth is, yes, it's a short body of work at Chelsea so far, but it's been nothing short of exceptional, especially the conditions that he was parachuted into in January in a team that was sort of underperforming. They had to sack a club legend that, you know, of course, match-going fans would probably be a little bit upset with because there was that strong connection, but there was no fans in the stadium. He managed to get in, convince the entirety of the Chelsea fan base that he was the right decision pretty darn quickly, and now there's unity in supporting Thomas Tuchel and his magnificent work throughout Chelsea. And of course, there's that sort of external admiration of his incredible feat that he's achieved at Chelsea, hence winning Germany Manager of the Year award. Right, before I show you pictures of Mason Mount's elite transformation and talk about how he's going to demolish the Premier League and eat everyone, let's have a little update on big Romelu Lukaku. Cool, so Chelsea are sort of floating around in obscurity at the moment, waiting to see if they can purchase an elite striker. Yes, it seems impossible. that Harry Kane can come to Chelsea. Yes, it seems difficult / unlikely that Erling Haaland comes to Chelsea, but people were still wondering about Romelu Lukaku because he made the comment a while ago that he was happy to stay at Inter, but there were some murmurings from certain reputable journalists that there might still be something there despite what Romelu Lukaku said, that perhaps Inter could be tempted with a financial package due to not being so financially stable still, the owners I mean. And of course Romelu Lukaku said to still have that sort of sense of unfinished business at Stamford Bridge. I'm going to jump into an article from the Metro and give pour cold water on these feelings. Inter have told Chelsea that Romelu Lukaku will not be sold this summer. The Champions League holders are in the market for a new leading striker before the end of the window and have made Erling Haaland their top target. However, Borussia Dortmund are adamant that the Norway international will stay with them for at least another season. Chelsea are considering a move for Lukaku as an alternative to Haaland, with a deal for the Belgium international believed to be more achievable. It's also worth mentioning that loads of reports suggest that Lukaku is a favourite of Roman Abramovich, that he really admires the player. It's probably sad that he went originally and would quite like him back. But Inter's CEO Beppe Marotta has warned Chelsea against making an offer for their former striker. When asked if Inter can rule out Lukaku's departure, Marotta told Sport Mediaset, quote, "From our side, we can, yes, absolutely. Lukaku is not for sale. Lukaku is an important piece on the chessboard available to Simone Inzaghi." The article goes on, talks about Achraf Hakimi, which is boring, and I do not intend to waste any of my time talking about him anymore. And also, that report suggested that Chelsea could maybe bid around £100 million for Romelu Lukaku to tempt the Inter owners into selling. Of course, they bought him for around £75 million, and since he'd won a Scudetto over there and the MVP award in Serie A, so you think its stock would go up. But perhaps if they did need to sell, the Inter owners, they'd maybe be looking to sort of make their money back on him. Originally there was speculation about that, but of course since selling Hakimi for a lot of money, they're in a more financially stable situation. So another one bites the dust. To be honest, friends, I thought it would be incredibly unlikely to get Lukaku this summer. In fact, it looks like the summer of difficult transfers. I do still believe Chelsea will sign a striker, especially after selling Olivier Giroud to AC Milan and looking likely that, Tammy could go. Even if Tammy doesn't go, Chelsea will need another recognised number 9 of sort of any level, of a decent level upwards, a Premier League scoring level upwards. Yes, everyone wants the elite gunman centre forward number 9 to be the iconic talisman for Chelsea. Hey, I want that too, but it might be difficult, friends. Anyway, let's move on and talk about something positive, and let's talk about Mason Mount. That's right, Chelsea's player of the season last season has been away on holiday with his mates enjoying the sun after reaching the Euro 2020 final with England. He was an integral player to England, starting every game just as he does for Chelsea Football Club, so he's getting some much needed rest, but seemingly he has also been training. Now, many of us still think of Mason Mount as a scrawny kid with a can-do attitude, an immaculate work ethic, and an absolute blue heart of Chelsea. But maybe, without us noticing, he was even bulking up in front of our eyes. You might think of Mason Mount like this. Scrawny, skinny, combative, sure, but maybe a little bit closer to Billy Gilmore than perhaps Leon Goretzka. But he released a couple of pieces of media on his Instagram of him doing sprints up a hill, and this still image here, bang, of him looking pretty darn shredded. Now, no matter how sort of flattering this photo is for him, you can't lie about muscles. And it does look like Mason Mount has been on that Bayern Munich diet. I mean, look, man, he's 22 years old now. I remember when I was 21, 22. This is when it's a long time ago, by the way, friends. I'm 32 now, so yeah. Seems a distant way away. But that's the kind of time you do start filling into your body, especially if you don't have the biggest frame originally, like if you don't have big shoulders, you sort of thicken out and fill into your body as you enter your sort of early 20s, this is the time when we can expect Mason Mount to put a little bit of thickness on his shoulders, on his torso, and start being a little bit more of a sort of combative, strong midfielder. Guys, the Premier League is the fastest and the hardest and the most physical league in the world, so if you can put on a little bit of bulk like that, it can only be a positive. I mean, Billy Gilmore's from Glasgow, so generally he's alright as a scrawny little dude, but Mason Mount, this will do him no harm, and I feel like it's a positive. Chelsea need to be bigger and stronger than ever to win the Premier League, and this is a big step in that direction. Friends, let me know what you think about these stories. Mason Mount's muscular transformation, Romelu Lukaku seemingly definitely off the menu, Thomas Tuchel winning the award. Hey, there's loads of stuff to talk about today, so get down in the comment section below and comment on that. Do consider dropping a like for the algorithm on your way out, that means a lot. Subscribe if you're new. Enjoy the football, friends, and I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me, baby.